What's going on, chat? So it is episode 1. Man, I'm so nervous. I'm not even gonna lie. But honestly, I'm happy to finally get this done. For those of you guys that have been following me, you guys have pretty much seen for the past couple days, past couple, maybe a week or so, just me posting, right? Kind of getting in the groove of things again and everything like that. I kind of disappeared this last year. I was kind of on my own journey, just trying to find myself, trying to find God. Um, and I'm back, baby. That's all that matters. I'm more motivated and I'm more, um, refreshed than ever before. Uh, you know, reading that Bible, it really helped me understand that even Jesus withdrew himself from his disciples and from crowds sometimes to get closer to his Father. So that's how I feel like it was with me, right? I isolated myself, I withdrew myself, and I'm back, right? I found my purpose. I understand, who I am now and everything like that. So I'm just excited. I'm excited. I got this vision to start a podcast. Honestly, a little while ago, and here we are. So I want to introduce you guys to we're going to call him Bobby. Okay. Bobby, he's a ex-convict, just got out, did 25 years of so he's got to go to the gym. Okay. uh I got my little setup here. I'm loving it. It's only going to get better, guys. So yeah, just bear with me, guys. Now I got something set up today to really be beneficial for you guys, right? I want to try to obviously um always help you guys in any way I can, network with all sorts of people. And yeah, that's just what it's all about. So we're going to go into our first segment, and I'm going to call this the mention of the day. So this pretty much oh, hold on. All right. So the mention of the day, what does that mean? Well, every single day on the podcast when we're live, I'm gonna try to do maybe 3 times a week. At minimum, I'm gonna go for 5 times a week. Okay, where we get on here, an hour, 2 hours, 3 hours, whatever it's got to be. Right. Some days we're gonna have guests, some days we're not. As we start growing the channel, we're gonna have sponsors and things like that. But every single day we're going to do a couple segments, and we're going to mention somebody that's hot, whether it's local, national, somebody I know, somebody I see that's putting an effort into their business, a celebrity, whatever, right? All I care about is effort. So the first person that we're going to bring up is going to be Mr. Michael Hornat. So this is actually somebody who I grew up with, right? I think I even know him from middle school. And, I see his page here and his business, with handyman services, right? I mean, they're offering post-construction cleanup and all this good stuff. Now, why was he the mention of the day to day? Because honestly, I've been sharing this video with everybody, right? All my potential sponsors. I'm like, I'll be real. I sent him this video of him and just telling them, hey, this is what I'm looking for. So if you want, if you want pretty much if you want to sponsor the show, I pretty much need a video like this, right? So I want to show you guys a video. Let's see if it'll play.
What's up, South Florida? It's Mike with Ace Enterprise, and we're back at it again. And I'm here to show you one of our newest projects. All of our projects start with a thorough walkthrough and a full inspection before we begin any job. For any of your home remodeling needs, please feel free to contact our professional teams for a free estimate.
Look at that. Look at that. Very, very clean, y'all. So that's what I'm looking for, right? So obviously, as I'm, looking for sponsors and things like that, I ran across this video and I was like, wow. And this is not sponsored by him, but, he didn't tell me to do this. I literally, honestly, have been sending this video to every one of my potential sponsors and telling them, hey, you want to be on this show? You know, I'm going to play you every day, every show, but I need something of this quality. So shout out to you, Mike. Much success on your business. I know you're gonna kill it, bro. I'm not even worried about it. You're doing great with it, right? I love the footage, love everything like that. Now, for the next segment of the day, podcast of the hour. Why am I gonna recommend the Dave Ramsey Show? Well, the Dave Ramsey Show actually helped me twice during my lifetime when I was in a lot of debt. Okay, the first time I was $40,000 in the hole the first time I was $12,000 in the hole from consumer debt, and then I figured, hey, I'll get myself out. You know, got to work and got out. Right, Dave Ramsey Show. I was listening to it every single day during that time. Just hyping myself up, getting motivated from the Dave Ramsey Show. So shout out to them. The second time I got into more debt, but it wasn't consumer debt, it was business debt. And I got $40,000 in the hole, right? 40K, man, right? Uh, and yeah, like I started listening to the wrong people, thinking that all debt is good debt. No, even business debt, if you don't manage it well and you don't know what you're doing, you can get yourself in a lot of trouble. So again, second time around, listening to Dave Ramsey Show, got myself fired up and got myself out of it. Okay. So yeah, definitely recommend Dave Ramsey Show. I've been listening to them for years. If you don't know about them, it blows my mind. A lot of people still don't know about them, but yeah, check them out. This is how the logo looks right here. Boom, the Ramsey Show. Definitely do that. Now, for what is trending today, right? Well, everybody's talking about SummerSlam 2025. Right? SummerSlam 2025. Pretty much WWE tonight. I think it starts around 6 p.m. So definitely check that out. And the solar eclipse. I've been seeing everybody talk about the dang solar eclipse. Guys, we will not witness a solar eclipse. So please, you don't have to worry about no solar eclipse tonight. You will not be able to see it. They say that you're actually going to be able to see it, I think 2027. Okay. Now, for the sponsor of the day, it's actually me, y'all. It's actually me, right? So guys, as you guys know, I do health insurance. Okay, I do health insurance. I can help anybody under age 65. The website is luzanagroup.com, LUZANA group.com. We do everything from health, dental, vision, supplemental, whatever you guys need. And honestly, I got the people for all types of insurance. So if you need property and casualty, you need life insurance, workers' comp, whatever it is you need, just let me know. Reach out to me. My handles are pretty simple. Jordy Speaks all across the board for the most part. And yeah, guys, you know, the consultations are free, so you never have to pay me anything. I get paid by the insurance company, so it's always free of charge for you guys. And the reality is, you know, I don't make money if I don't save you money. So it doesn't hurt to just reach out to me and be like, hey, can you help me out? You know, I'll ask you a few questions, see if it's even worth changing. If it is, I'll help you out. If it's not, I'll just tell you stay where you at. All right, guys. Now,
you smart. You very smart. We the best.
Yeah. Shout out DJ Khaled. So yeah. So tip and trick of the day, right? I'm always trying to help people get their health back. I think it's one of the most important aspects to being alive. You know, if you are not in good health, literally, what's the point of having $1 million, right? Most people's number one wish on their deathbed is to get their, you know, health back, to get their time back, right? So, you know, we can't get our time back. So at the very least, go ahead and try to get your health back. It's not easy, but it's also, I mean, yeah, it's not easy, but I think being sick is also very hard, right? So yeah, I mean, there's an example of somebody that beat stage 4 cancer. In 1982, Ruth was diagnosed with stage 4 breast cancer that has spread to her bones and lungs. Ruth rejected chemotherapy and switched to a low-fat, plant-based diet under the guidance of Dr. John McDougall. Her cancer went into remission, and she not only survived, but thrived, becoming a 6-time Ironman triathlon finisher. So that goes to show you guys that, you know, eat more fruits and veggies. You don't want to leave the meat. You don't want to leave starches. Just eat more fruits and veggies and watch how good you feel. Now, hey, featured quote of the day, guys. So the Lord is not slow in keeping his promise. Instead, he is patient with you, not wanting anyone to perish, but everyone to come to repentance. Man, I love that. I love that. Now, for flashback of the day, okay? This is where we're going to pretty much show either videos of mine or older, you know, of other people, or videos of other people that are older or something like that, like their videos, right? So there's a funny one I had. I love Nestle Crunch. That's what right? When your son thinks it's funny not to flush the toilet and you just whoop, yank them out. So that's pretty funny, guys.
Oh my God! Who the hell cares?
Who the heck cares about latest news, right? But guys, people's health insurance rates could be going up. Now, in this segment, we're not always going to talk about health insurance, you know, news, or maybe we will. I don't know. Whatever I feel like doing, I can do because it's my show. Okay, but yeah. Why millions of Americans could see their health insurance rate rise. Let's look at a video about that.
Who take advantage of the Affordable Care Act could see their health insurance costs skyrocket next year.
ACA,
a new analysis by KFF shows ACA premiums will increase by an average of 15% in 2026. 15%. And with COVID-era subsidies to cover premiums set to expire at the end of the year, out-of-pocket payments could grow even higher. I'm joined.
If you're paying $1,000 a month, it can go up $150, $100 on ACA. That's crazy. Okay.
Now by KFF's Cynthia Cox. She's vice president and director of its program on the ACA. Cynthia, thank you for joining us. Why are premiums expected to rise by so much?
So this is the biggest premium increase that we've seen on the ACA or Obamacare markets in many years. And part of that is just the normal growth in healthcare costs going up every year. You know, it costs more to go to the hospital, or prescription drug costs go up. But also part of it is actually federal policy. So a lot of insurers are talking about the fact that they think that the market is going to get sicker next year because people are going to be dropping their coverage due to a federal policy change. They also think that the cost of prescription drugs might go up because of tariffs, causing prescription drugs that are imported into the United States to be more costly.
And so who will be affected by these increases? As you said, some are just the regular old healthcare insurance, inflation, but the other is statutory. Who will be affected?
So 22 million people get a subsidy right now, and that lowers how much they have to pay for their health insurance each month. Pretty much all of those people are going to see their costs go up, not so much because of the underlying healthcare costs going up, but rather because they're going to get less of a subsidy. So they're going to be paying more of the total cost of the premium. In fact, what we're expecting is that their monthly costs are going to go up by more than 75%. And what we're expecting to happen in that case is that actually probably millions of people are going to just drop their health insurance because they won't be able to afford to keep it.
And Cynthia, wasn't this foreseeable? And if so, has Congress done anything? Are they thinking about doing anything?
It is foreseeable because what's happening is that there are these enhanced or extra tax credits that have been available for the last 5 years. And we knew that they were going to expire at the end of this year. Some people who had wanted these tax credits to get extended had hoped that Congress might have done that as part of the big, beautiful bill. That did not.
All right, guys. So there you have it. I mean, if you are on the ACA marketplace, again, a bunch of tax credits. A lot of you guys think that, yeah, insurance is just that cheap, but honestly, it's not. It's since COVID, you guys were getting extra tax credits. That's going to end this year. Plus, you know, they're saying, you know, prescription costs and all this other stuff is going to go up. So guys, please reach out to me if you guys need help with health insurance. I can help you guys out. All right. Now, fact of the day.
And another one.
All right, guys. So, you know, I've been talking about the sea moss. You know, it's real simple, man. You know, the ocean has all the minerals that our body has. So when you're going to try to get better in your health, the best thing to do is to get minerals inside the body. So the only food that I found to really help out with that at more bang for your buck type of deal is the sea moss, right? Now, you guys know I have it here, but if you don't want to get it from me, you don't have to get it from me. Not a big deal, but definitely start getting some sea moss into your diet every single day. You could do a pinch like that. Just chew on it. I don't want to, chew right now because it's going to cut off my podcast, right? But you're going to see me chewing, right? But guys, it's real simple, man. You know, I mean, when you get this, you can literally chew it like some chips. It tastes like some salted chips, and it's going to give you all the minerals that you need. The more you eat, the better it is. That's simple, right? Especially if you got hypothyroidism or you know somebody that's dealing with that. It's super easy to take and it's super beneficial. Definitely to take. So definitely get on that. Now, I also
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Nobody got time for that. But I also got I wanted to ask you guys to do something for me, okay? Because I need guests on the show. I need guests. I need sponsors, any businesses. All right, we back. All right. Sorry about that. Okay, so I need guests. I need sponsors for the show. So what we're going to start to do, if you guys can help me out, is start using hashtag Jordy Speaks on any businesses you see, anything like that. If you guys can share the content, put Jordy Speaks, on just all over the place, blow it up so we can get guests on the show. We can get sponsors. We can make this show bigger for you guys. Okay. All right, man. I don't know what's going on. No. All right, internet's cutting out. All right, we'll be done shortly. So yeah, guys, please hashtag your businesses. Any guests, any potential guests, hashtag them. Definitely let's get them on the show. Now, for the product review. So every single show, I'm going to do a product review on something, or at least a recommendation, right? Now, I was talking about the getting out of debt earlier on the show, and you know, a lot of people, they'll tell me, well, what do I do? Like, I have these cards, I have these balances, these personal loans. Now, this actually helped me out back when I was getting out of debt, right? Go to Dort Financial Credit Union. This is if you're in the West Palm Beach, maybe South Florida area, but I'm pretty sure it's West Palm Beach area. Go talk to somebody there, and they do promotional rates as low as 2.9% on balance transfers. Okay. And if I'm not mistaken, they don't charge a balance transfer fee. So go to Dort Financial, get a balance transfer, and that's going to help you guys out with your debt to get that paid off. All right, guys. Now, for the culture review, we're going to show a little video just for the culture, you know, something that really, you know, it resonated with me. Like, I can resonate with this fella right here, because sometimes there's so much deep thoughts that go on in my head, and you know, sometimes it's too much for people. I know when I'm talking to like some of my friends and things like that, I mean, I can just imagine, nobody's ever told me, but I know, I can just imagine that, you know, some of them were like, what in the world is he talking about? And so I can relate to this man, you know, Lil Baby. He's a rapper. So
smaller and smaller and smaller. Thanksgiving, Christmas, we used to be 100 deep. We 20 deep. So I understand when people be like, the black man outside of the house, and I really see the effect that it has on us.
I have a big family, guys.
8, 9, 10 kids. Like, that's like damn near unheard of. You down and frowned upon if you got 10 kids now. But actually, that's what you need, like building your family. Like, family's gonna be extinct if you don't keep having kids.
Yep.
Okay.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
Yeah.
Think about it, like if you have one kid and your sister have one kid, it's like when they get older, if they have one kid, eventually y'all last name gonna be dead.
And they could possibly not have kids.
A lot of them don't. I'm telling my sister them like, hey, I take care of y'all. Like, I need y'all to have 3 more kids apiece. They like, hell nah, they only got one kid. But I'm like, we need it for the family. Like,
Absolutely.
we need 80 of us. You know what I'm saying? Like, it's the family. This is all we got.
Crazy when you
Like, that's so true, guys. It's so true. Now he's gonna talk about what I was just talking about, but it's true, man. Like, this is why I want a big family. You know, I was watching a video a long time ago where it was like the great grandma or the grandma, something like that. And then there was literally like 100 people at the family gathering that all came from this lady. Right. So I think that's beautiful. You know, obviously have whatever kids you want, but the more kids you can have, that's a blessing from God, number one. But number two, man, it'll pay off when you're older. Right. Yeah, it's hard. You know, I'm a single dad myself, but it'll pay off, and it'll be such a beautiful thing when you got all these little grandkids, you know, 10, 20, 30 of them, that all pretty much, you know, came from your lineage. So yeah, that's beautiful, man.
say it like that. That's true.
Because I'm deep with everything. And that's why I don't be talking a lot too, because I feel like I understand shit on a different level than a lot of people. I'll drive myself crazy trying to explain it the way I get it. Families get smaller.
I'm telling you, this is why sometimes, I mean, I can't help it. I talk. Obviously, that's why I have a podcast. But I know the people I talk to, they be like, Jordy, what are you talking about, bro? Like, they never said it. But I know they think it, you know, and this is why I always catch myself before I go too deep in a conversation, because, like you said, I'll drive myself crazy, you know, talking about some of the stuff that I be thinking about. All right, guys, and that's pretty much it, man. You know, today I'm not going to have a guest on, but I was just dying to get on here, talk to you guys, and yeah, you know, just kind of do the first one. It's only going to get better from here. Now, even though I wasn't completely ready for this show, you know what? The best thing to do is just start, right? This will be another segment, right? Another tip of the day for you guys. But seriously, guys, there's a lot of you guys that got visions, that got things you want to do, and you're trying to get everything together. Listen, I don't have the computer I want. I don't have the camera I want. I don't have the microphone I want. I don't even have the desk I want, right? Or the background, or I don't have nothing that I want. But I'm working with what I got. I pulled the trigger. You know, I could have had 1,000 excuses why not to go live or not to turn this camera on, not to do this, but I just took the first step, right? It was like when I was getting all of this together, you know, it was kind of like all over the place. It was like I was so confused, but then I just started taking it in steps. Okay. So I got the camera. I got the computer. What can I do with this computer? Okay. So with this computer, I can use this camera. I can use this screen. I can use this. Okay. So I can use these headphones. All right. Now, what are we going to talk about? Right? What are we going to talk about on the show? So I had to start jotting down some ideas, you know, to pretty much do. Now I got a lot more ideas, but it requires people on the show. But don't worry, guys, it's only going to get better from here. Again, I need sponsors. I need guests. I have a few, but I'm always looking for more guys. Hashtag Jordy Speaks. When you share my content, when you like it, comment hashtag Jordy Speaks. It'll definitely help me out. So, as you know, my name is Jordy. I'm in the health insurance business. So if you guys need help with that, definitely reach out to me. But see you guys later.